Okay, so we are now here to our lesson number 4, wherein we need to solve this quadratic equation by using a quadratic formula. So it's very important first to know what is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So we all know that the standard equation of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It's very important for us to know the standard form of the quadratic equation. Hence, from there, we can identify the values of our a, the b, and the c in order for us to solve using the quadratic formula. So, what will be the quadratic formula? So, based on the quadratic formula, you have x equals, you have negative b plus and minus over the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, sinsyain lang ng agi kay murag naghiwi. Okay, now from there, the quadratic formula, you have the b, you have the a, and the c. So therefore, it's very important for us to understand the values of your a, b, and c on a quadratic equation. So how can we identify the values of your a? So obviously the a is actually a number that is beside the variable of x squared. So which means it is a numerical coefficient of the variable x squared. So what is that number that is beside x squared? And that is positive 2. Okay. Now let's go now to b. Obviously, the b is a number that is beside the variable x. So only x. Okay. So what is the number that is beside x? Okay, here. So x beside that variable x is the value of our b, which is 3, but the sign is negative, so we need to include the negative sign. That's why our b is negative 3. Okay, let's go now to c. Our c is just a constant number, so which means it don't have any variable of x or x squared. So which means our c here in our given problem is negative 4. Again, negative 4. So at this point, we have now the values of your a, which is 2, the values of b, which is negative 3, and the values of your c, which is a constant number, negative 4. So it's very important for us to have the values of a, b, and c, since we will get a wrong answer if one of them have a incorrect information. So if your a is 1 but the given is 2, all of your answers here, even if it's b and c are correct, the final answer will get a wrong answer. So that's why please double check if you have the correct values of your a, b, and c. So let's go now. Now in solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula, so this will be the quadratic formula. So we just simply substitute the values of your b, a, b, and c to the formula itself. So let's have a step-by-step process. So you have negative b. So just copy first the negative sign. So that's negative, negative. And your b is negative 3. So put it beside it parentheses, negative 3. Okay. Then copy positive over negative, plus or minus, the square root, okay, of b squared. Again, what is our b? That is negative 3. So therefore, put inside a parenthesis, then that is negative 3 squared. Again, b squared, and b is negative 3. Copy the minus sign, then copy 4. 4 is already a constant number in the quadratic formula, and a is 2. So put it inside the parenthesis, 2. And then your c is negative 4. So again, put it inside a parenthesis, negative 4. Okay, just continue the square root para mausa siya. Then ang over is gikan diri pa dong ginalahos. And that is 2. And your A is 2. Okay. So we'll have just like this. So again, first step, just substitute the values of your A, B, and C to the quadratic formula. So again, copy the negative sign. The B is negative 3 plus minus square root of the B squared. So B is negative 3, that is negative 3 squared. The minus sign. The 4. The A is 2. The C is negative 4 over then 2, copy 2, that is a constant number 2, and then A is 2 as well, so parenthesis 2. So at this point, we will have a step-by-step process. So simplify first inside a parenthesis, no? In the rules of Pemdas, simplify first a number that is inside a parenthesis. So we all know you have negative parenthesis negative 3, and in algebra, parenthesis connotes multiplication. So which means a negative and a negative 3 becomes positive 3 plus and minus the square root of, simplify, what is negative 3 squared? So you can use your calculator. So that is negative 3 times negative 3. That's why you get positive 9. Okay? So in this part here, you can actually use a calculator as well, but let us have a thorough solution. So what is negative 4? So you can have a negative 4 then times 2, so that is negative 8, because negative 4 times positive 2, negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 4. So what is negative 8 times negative 4? So negative times negative, that is positive. Negative 4, negative 8 times negative 4 is positive 32. Okay, then over. Okay, actually you can erase this one, so the remaining part of the square root, you can erase that one. Over 2 times 2, that is 4. Okay, so at this point we are now down to our next solution. So obviously inside the square root we need to simplify this one. So therefore copy first 3 plus and minus square root. What is 9 plus 32? Obviously 9 plus 32 is 41 over the 4. Now at this point, in our next step, we need to simplify the square root of 41. But obviously, the square root of 41 is a decimal number. So therefore, there is no simplified value whole number of square root of 41. So by using a calculator, you will arrive to the value, which is this one, over square root of 41. But we will not deal with decimals, okay? So therefore, we will still copy the square root of 41 as part of our answer. So it's very important for us. In the past examples, we have a simplified version of the square root. So it's very easy for us to simplify. But then again, here in our example, we cannot simplify square root of 41. So which means, what will be our possible answers? Okay. Our possible answers right now are 3. So we have plus and minus, so therefore that is plus square root of 41 over 4. That is one answer. And the other answer is 3. The other one is minus, so minus square root of 41 over 4. So these are the answers of our quadratic equation 2x squared minus 3x minus 4 using a quadratic formula. Okay, so to check our answer, we can check using a calculator. So again, we have 2x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. Okay, now, so again, we will use the two roots as the roots of our quadratic equation. So let's have 3 plus square root of 41 over 4. So we'll get 2 3 plus square root of 41 over 4 squared minus 3 plus square root of 41 over 4